What's up everyone, it's TheRazoredEdge, and today I'm here to bring you guys some Gears 5 news. So the Coalition have just released their weekly blog called What's Up Gears of War for October the 1st, and there's a lot of things in here, including a bit of a on-the-nose joke. Backed by popular demand, it's What's Up, your weekly update on all the latest news, game updates, and more in Gears 5 and beyond. And there's a few things that the Coalition, a few main points that the Coalition want to point out that are happening here in What's Up. The first thing being store changes based on your feedback. So looks like our voices have been heard. They've already acknowledged that they heard the feedback about store prices and how all that's going to work, so they kind of go into some changes in here. Title Update 1 is out now, so it's the first major update for Gears 5 since launch. Boosted double stars every Saturday, arcade Double Trouble special event, and new Escape Hive, The Surge. So as you guys know, if you play Escape, we're getting new hives every week, so that's something to enjoy. But before we get stuck in, if you guys want to go ahead and drop a like on the video to help support the channel, support the video, support my content, that'd be greatly appreciated, and subscribe with notifications on. So first things first, store changes. That's the big discussion within the Gears community at the moment. So it says, we heard your feedback and reduced the prices of a wide range of store items. Please note these changes will roll out over time as we add new items and prices over the coming days and weeks. So it's not going to be easy for them to just immediately make price changes, because obviously there's kind of it's a bit more complicated behind the scenes in that. Plus there's currency rates and different values in different countries and that kind of thing. But they are taking action, they are lowering the prices, and we will see those changes in the store very, very soon. So that's amazing to see. It says, we also want to provide some clarity around how you'll be able to acquire select group items like weapon skin sets. While the Rainbow Swirl Lancer and Natcher are purchasable, other weapons in that set will be earnable for free in the next Tour of Duty. So the rest of that weapon skin set won't be popping up in the store or anything. You'll be able to get that through the actual Tour of Duty. So with in-game gameplay and your in-game efforts, you'll be able to get the rest of the Rainbow Swirl weapon skin set, which is pretty cool. And then next they say, in addition to reducing prices, we're also looking at ways to increase the visibility and value of banners and blood sprays before and during matches. For example, blood sprays are designed to be a way to taunt opponents by giving a reminder of your dominance. We're currently concepting ways to have blood sprays appear on the kill screen of an opponent after they have been executed. Hopefully that middle finger blood spray will get a lot more personal. Stay tuned for more updates. So it looks like if you get killed in Gears of War, the omen pops up on the screen after you've been executed. So basically they're looking to kind of substitute that with your blood spray, and that's kind of like what they're looking into doing. So hopefully they'll be able to pull that off, and I definitely think they will. So that'd be cool to see eventually when that comes along. So it says, as always, we will continue to listen to you and make further adjustments. Pardon me. So next up here, it says Title Update 1. So we're diving into the first major update of Gears 5 here since release. It says our first major title update will arrive on October the 1st. Our first title update is focused on fixing some of the most impactful issues reported by the community, with more updates to come over the following month to address more issues with longer development times. Here's what you can expect in Title Update 1. So first up is new escape skills. As part of our continuing support to evolve the meta of our PvE modes, new skill cards are coming for Mac, Keegan, and Lonnie for free beginning tomorrow, which is actually now, because I think this blog post is technically a day late since they delayed it because of some of the feedback we gave. It says these skill cards provide strong new bonuses when playing in the Venom for Keegan and Lonnie, plus an additional Venom-based option for Mac. If you like to live dangerously, builds with these cards will benefit you greatly, but only if you can survive on a knife edge. Here's a list of upcoming skills with their level 1 card values listed below. For Lonnie, we have Venom Resistance, which is rare, level 11. All damage taken is reduced by 10% while in Venom. And then the second card for Lonnie here is Venom Blade, epic, level 15. Melee damage in Venom causes enemies to bleed for 10% of damage dealt. For Keegan, his first card is Venom Explosive Resupply, rare, level 11. Resupply recharges explosive weapons while in Venom. And then Venom Boost is his second card, epic, level 14. Kills inside the Venom reduce the cooldown of resupply by 20 seconds. And then finally, we have Mac here, who just has one card. It says Venom Resistance, rare level 12. All damage taken is reduced by 10% while in Venom. So it seems like all these cards are catered, obviously, to being inside Venom. So if you kind of plan on lingering around and taking your time through the Hive, or if you have 2 times Venom speed on, these cards will be super beneficial for you. So it says each new skill card will be added to the character progression path for each character at the listed levels. If you already passed the level requirements for the skill cards, we'll be retroactively rolling out these skill cards to eligible players within 48 hours of the title update releasing. So first up here, in terms of bug fixes and changes for Gears 5. So it says re-ups are now visible in your player card in the main menu. So you'll be able to see like a symbol up next to your name where it showed your level. It will actually show what re-up you are in Roman numerals, I believe, if I remember right. I logged in before recording this video. So it says improved tour of duty time remaining, display to more clearly display, reflect the length of the operation. I butchered that sentence. Improved tour of duty time remaining display to more clearly reflect the length of the operation. So I think it says like week 4 out of 18 or however many weeks, and then it says like how many days are left in the week. So it's trying to specify. I think they're doing it that way because of time zones, which makes the most sense to me. And then next here is added aim toggle accessibility option. Using this toggle requires you to tap the aim button to ADS rather than hold. So for anybody who kind of you know, if you have issue kind of holding down a button or something like that, you have the option to toggle your aiming, and you can do it that way. For anyone who may have special needs, that might come in handy if you have, you know, the adaptive controller, stuff like that. So the Coalition is trying to make Gears 5 as accessible as possible, so it's cool to see them put that option in there. And then next, we have ASYLUM. In escalation, trains now enter on a predictable timer based on the start of the round rather than match duration. So basically, instead of the train kind of entering at the very kind of start of a round, and during like a random lobby screen, basically the timer will now be based around the start and end of the round rather than kind of during the entire match duration, which makes a lot more sense. So next it says improvements to ASYLUM's train audio before it enters the play space. So you'll hear that horn, the bells going off. You'll be much more aware of a train, an oncoming train than before. So it says resolved an exploit that allowed enemies to be despawned and escape. This has been an ongoing exploit, and people have been taking advantage of it so they can blast through re-ups. And I've seen Octus put on Twitter that people who have been exploiting that will regret it. They'll most likely be suspended or banned or something. Some kind of repercussion is on the way for people who are doing that. So hopefully, if you did do it, you didn't do it too much, or if you just didn't know about it, then no worries to you. And if it happened to you by accident, I don't think you'll be in any trouble by any means. But anyway, on to the next one here. So it says escape leaderboards now show times in the correct format: hours, minutes, seconds, including negative times. That was a big one. Negative escape times now consistently correctly register on the leaderboard. So now the race is really on. People are going to be going for those leaderboard times. It says fix an issue where Jack's assault and support abilities can get into a state where they cannot be upgraded in campaign co-op. Fix an issue on VASGAR where joining in progress could cause issues traversing the mid-exit to helicopter side. I believe it means those kind of 2 side tunnels that are kind of off the mid-center. Basically, in certain modes, sometimes there's a curb there and sometimes there's not, and the map would have trouble deciphering kind of what mode that was, depending on if you join in progress. Like, your character would run up against an invisible wall, but that issue is gone now. Fixed an issue on VASGAR, or no, I already read that one. Fixed a bug that could prevent ultimates from being activated on PC. I didn't run into that one myself, but good to know that one's been resolved. Resolved an issue that could rarely allow horde enemies to spawn out of world. That's not something I ran into either, but obviously they said it was a rare occurrence, so good to see that's fixed as well. Fixed a bug where players could get stuck on a black screen after the credits roll. I think that means after the campaign. It just wouldn't load back into the main menu after you were finished. Fixed an issue where only a single playlist reward was granted, even where the player is tiered in multiple modes. So fix an issue where only a single playlist reward was granted. Okay. I actually haven't dived too much into playlist rewards, but good to know that that's been fixed. Fixed crashes when transitioning through some cinematics on NVIDIA cards. NVIDIA cards have a bit of a history with issues on Gears of War, starting with Gears 4, so good to know that NVIDIA and the Coalition are working together to be on top of things there. Fixed a bug where meat shields could block shots where they are when they are dropped and ragdolling. Fixed a bug where meat shields could block shots when they are dropped and ragdolling. Oh, okay, so basically the body was still blocking shots even though you dropped it. Okay, so good to know that's been fixed as well. Resolved an issue that could cause AI pathing issues on Harbor, so that's been resolved as well. And then they have a list of things that they are working on, that so like updates that are on the way and in progress. It says, while some crucial fixes have made it into Title Update 1, work is continuing on a number of other community reported bugs and requests that we're looking to address over the coming months. Here's our list of some of the most notable fixes and changes we're working on based on community reports. So first up is re-up visibility in matchmaking lobbies and in-game scoreboards. So basically, you know, they patched it being visible in the main menu lobby. Now they're looking to get it visible so you can show it off to other players in matchmaking lobby. So that's on the way. It says possible aim assist on off toggle for players. So if you're not a fan of the aim assist, you might be able to completely turn it off. They said possible there. So it's just kind of, they're unsure if they can do it as of yet for the next update. So that remains to be seen if they can do that. So hopefully they can pull that off. Investigating improvements to the Horde scoreboard. I'm not really sure what that would be implying. I haven't really noticed an issue with it, but I'm kind of, obviously, the game is early days yet, and maybe some more people have grinded Horde mode more than I have and have noticed some issues with it, so we'll see what improvements can be made there. It says, fixing a bug that causes the bullet magnetism range of the Nasher in left trigger to use PvE values rather than PvP. So this has been a huge one. A lot of footage has been put out on social media and Twitter of, you know, sometimes it seems like people are getting killed around corners by the Nasher due to, like, quote-unquote bullet magnetism. So it seems like they've pinpointed that it looks like the Nasher could be using PvE values from, you know, campaign Horde Escape rather than its PvP value. So good that they've kind of indicated what that is and they're working on a fix for it. Next up is issues with the destroyed Kestrel in Horde being in a constant spin and not exploding, preventing progression. So basically, once you drop the Kestrel to no health, it does this kind of like spinning, typical helicopter crash animation, and it just never ends, and that you wouldn't be able to get past the wave because it was just like endless. So it's good to know that they fixed that. Issues with hijacking in Horde, including being unable to fire his zapper. This is actually one I ran into. Once I hijacked someone and came out of the hijack state, I wasn't able to do anything. I wasn't able to heal. I wasn't able to fire my primary attack, so it's good to know that that's been fixed as well. Audio issues on PC, including X-Fi sound cards, button remapping on PC, including scroll wheel functionality for zooming. I think what they mean there, this is something a lot of streamers have been requesting. I know Dr. Disrespect mentioned it as well. Basically, I think it means you can scroll up to zoom in and scroll down to zoom out. That's something, if they do that, I will probably switch to that. I've been playing with clicking middle mouse button for a long time now, but if they gave me the option to scroll in and out with the scroll wheel and I could use you know, clicking down the middle mouse button as a melee instead or something like that, that's definitely something that I will switch to. Next up is main menu background on PC, always stuck on Icebound. I've noticed it does seem to favor Icebound, but well, yeah, it kind of is like 80-20. It's usually on Icebound as the background, so it's good that it will be able to kind of like be more consistent and give us some variety in backgrounds there as well. Button mapping issues on alt control schemes. I wonder if that's addressing, a lot of players have been doing this thing where it seems to change the movement behavior of how wall bouncing works in Gears 5 when you switch to alt control schemes. So maybe that's what they're implying there, so that remains to be seen. And then they said, as a reminder, tuning or server-side fixes, unless otherwise noted, can be resolved with live updates. This list is just a reflection of key issues we're working on and does not include design-related feedback. So here's a really big one. It says boost bonus double star Saturdays. So it says, we saw plenty of you make some significant progress in your tour of duty during the last double star event for boosted players. Based on the results and generally positive responses to the event, we've decided to turn double stars in tour every Saturday for boosted players at the same times. As a reminder, double stars only applies to tour objectives, not medals, and for players with active boosts. So there you go. Every Saturday now will be double star day, and I really like that, honestly. It basically means that players are looking forward to Saturdays in particular. You know, that's the day you'll really grind to try and get your tour of duty done. And it kind of, I don't know, those kind of special events. I know it's not literally a special event. We're going to get into soon here. But, you know, those kind of big kind of moments in Gears are kind of what divides up the week and makes you look forward to the next week and all that kind of thing. So it's cool to see that. I'm glad that's going to be something that we get to look forward to every Saturday. So that starts every Saturday from 2 a.m. PT to 10 a.m. PT on Sunday. So speaking of special events, so it says versus special events. October sees the return of versus special events. Over the coming months and years ahead, that's a big statement there. We'll be bringing you a different versus special event playlist every week, from classics like OSOC to new modes to fall in love with. We'll also be tweaking some of your old favorites based on your feedback to continue evolve the experience our special events provide. So what do you guys think of that? So it looks like OSOC is guaranteed to come back. That's probably the most successful Gears of War special event of all time, ever since Gears of War 3. And it's into Gears of War Judgment, Gears 4, Gears Ultimate Edition, and now into Gears 5. And then they said some new modes to fall in love with as well. I'm definitely a big advocate for, you know, everyone spawning with breaker maces and just letting loose on each other. What do you guys think? What ideas do you have for special events that we never got in previous Gears of War games, or ones that are now possible in Gears 5 that weren't possible in previous Gears games? Let me know in the comments down below. Or maybe a variant or tweaks to older ones that we never got to see in older games. Let me know in the comments. So it says this week's special event is Arcade Double Trouble. Arcade Double Trouble is simple. All skull gains are doubled. In this Fast and Furious variant of Arcade, new weapons are going to be appearing on the battlefield every second. Think fast, slay fast. And then we have a bit of information about escape hives in Gears 5. So it says, with the exploit and leaderboard issues resolved as of Title Update 1, our weekly rotation of new featured hives is on pause and ready to roll. This week, you'll be jumping into The Surge, a highly customizable escape experience featuring modifiers that enable different kinds of enemies. Use the modifier to create your preferred escape challenge, or be brave and fight them all at once. And then next up, we have some information on supply drops, which is, I think, something you guys would really like. So it says supply drops are another way to earn rewards in Gears 5, dropping content from the supply pool every time you fill your supply meter just by playing the game. This week, we're adding our first character skins into supply with Del's classic Gears 4 skin. More Gears 4 variants of other characters will arrive in future supply drops. Remember, if you really want a specific skin, save that scrap and craft them directly from the customization menus. Here's the week's drop of supply content arriving Tuesday at 10 a.m. PT, which is out right now. Character, Classic Del. Weapon skin, Relaxed for the Retro Lancer. Expression, which is an emote, Advance for all characters. Execution, Eat the Gun, which is a classic Onyx guard line. I don't know if that's already an execution that's in the game and it's going to be kind of put onto the overkill, or if it's a brand new execution. That remains to be seen. Another one here is Blood Spray, Banana Peel. Mark Xbox, the Xbox logo. Mark Balloon. Banner Pride Omen, Banner Hivebusters Cover 1, and Banner Hivebusters Cover 2. So that's really cool. I'm a big fan of the comic books and extended lore for Gears of War, so having that stuff included in the game as banners is really cool to see. So then next up is weekly store content. So first up is Quartermaster Keegan for 1,000 iron, Matte Black Loadout Weapon Skin Set for 500 iron, GG Blood Spray for 500 iron, Stage Bow Global Expression for 500 iron, and question mark, quite literally a question mark, for 100 iron. So it says, you know, This hasn't been affected by the price changes yet, but that is on its way, so don't worry, guys. Don't forget, next Tuesday we will see a brand new collection of content available in the store, while this week's collection is vaulted. And then esports storefront updates, the chrome steel snub is 400 iron. And then the Coalition have a bit of a signing off little tidbit here at the end. So it says, Ryan Cleveland, multiplayer design director for Gears 5, will be joining us on this week's community stream to answer your questions and address hot topics in the community. Don't miss our Gears weekly live developer stream at 3 p.m. PT on Thursday on live.gearsofwar.com. We're also close to finishing a blog on bullet mechanics in Gears 5 based on videos circulating in the community. This blog will include transparent comparisons to other Gears games and explanations for the mechanics at play, which are not aim assist related, in the videos captured by community members. Stay tuned for more info in the future, and see you on Thursday. TC out. So that has been a lot of information there, guys. We covered store changes based on community feedback, everything there is to know about Title Update 1. Boosted double stars are now happening every Saturday in Gears 5. Special events are now returning, starting off with Arcade Double Trouble. And then there's another new escape hive to go on with the new escape hives that are arriving every week in Gears 5. So there's a lot going on in Gears 5 at the moment. Let me know what you guys think of all this news in the comments down below. What was your favorite part? What stood out to you? If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to my channel for all future Gears 5 related content. Share the video around if you really enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitter at TheRazoredEdge. Be sure to join my Discord via the link in the description down below if you want to talk Gears 5 all day, every day. Be sure to hit the join button underneath my video or on my channel to find out how to help support me and the channel for years to come. And I will see you guys next time. Hey guys, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought, subscribe to my channel if you're brand new for more videos, share the video around if you really enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.